Hey guys, in this video I'll be showing you guys how to make your own the Wraith from Rogue Lineage. Remember this, it was not my idea. I did not originally make this. This was all from Rogue. Shout out to my friend that was able to hand me out the particles and a model that made up the game look even nicer. So if you want to go check it out, I'll be putting it in the description. So let's get right into the video. So the first thing we want to do here, we want to just have like some shadows that we want to have in our game so we can like teleport from shadow to shadow. Because without these shadows, we won't be able to actually use the move, because you can only use it while you're in a shadow and while your mouse is also in a shadow. So what we want to do here is first we want to get the effect. So for the effect part, let's put inside of the workspace, hit F key, move back. This is basically what we're gonna have for our little for our move. I'll make sure the game the game will be downloadable inside the description, so you guys can like get it when you want to. So you guys don't have to worry about like having your own particles. So it's already gonna be there for you. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna have our own event too. We're gonna have rogue shoutouts. We're gonna fire this event to the server, of course. So that's basically all we're gonna have inside of APK storage. It's not really too much. It's really straightforward. And now what we're gonna do here, we're gonna go to our starter pack. And inside our starter pack, we're gonna have our tool named Wraith. And inside of Wraith, we want to make sure that we have manual, required handle is off, so you can actually use it. Just remember that's really important. So what you want to do here, you want to go to your local script, and this is where we're going to start the code. So this might be kind of confusing to people that don't know too much about code. So in every single line, me and my partner Striker, we put lines so you understand what's happening everywhere, so you're never confused anywhere, so you know what's going on. Because it might seem like a lot, but trust me, it's really not a lot. It's really simple and straightforward. So basically, we're gonna make we made the variables very, very self-explanatory. It's shadow ray length, so how far the ray of the shadow is gonna be. So if it's gonna detect we're in the shadow, we're gonna have the max mouse distance. Then we're gonna do repeat wait until game.player, and then we're gonna do repeat wait until game.player.local-player.character. So all we're gonna do is wait until the character loads into the game. Then we're gonna get the player, and then we're gonna get the character, and then we're gonna get the ray direction. This ray direction is basically gonna be game.lighting get sun direction. And when we use get sun direction, it's gonna give us a vector 3 value, and it's gonna give us the sun's direction and where it's at, basically, right? So it's gonna give us a vector 3. And then we're gonna get the mouse, because we want to be able to also get the mouse position as well, the mouse that hit that position. And then we're gonna look at our event that we put inside replicate storage. So give it a replicate storage events, wait for child shadow rogue. I'll just go here so you guys know what I'm talking about. For shadow rogue right here. And then what we're gonna do here, we're gonna make a local function check ray. So inside this check ray, we're gonna make v1 equal to raycast params.new. And then we're gonna do v1.filter descendants instance, and we're gonna make it equal to we're gonna put it inside, we're gonna put the character inside of the table. And then we're gonna make the filter type to blacklist. So when we're trying to let's say we want to teleport somewhere like really close to us, like let's say it's on top of us, we can actually teleport there and it just ignores our character. So now we're just gonna do our shadow ray. So basically this is I would say this is like the hardest part out of like the whole video, honestly. And it's gonna be really easy too. So we're gonna do workspace raycast, and we're basically gonna get the human root parts position. We're gonna get the human root part position. And then what we're gonna do here, we're gonna get the ray direction, so like the sunlight, times the length of our shadow ray. So that's 40. So what this is gonna do is gonna make a ray from our shadow, and depending on how big our ray is how it's gonna detect us inside of the shadow. So if I'm right here, let's say I made my ray like 20, and I came like right here, it would not be able to detect me, because I'm 30 studs in front of the tree, but I made my script to check 20 studs. So the more studs you have inside like your shell, the more like it will detect. So basically that's what we're doing there. And then we just set our params, so make sure that it doesn't detect our character. They're basically gonna do the same. No, it's not the same thing here actually. We're gonna do check mouse. So what we're gonna do for check mouse, we're gonna check if the mouse is also in a shadow. So we're gonna get the mouse that hit that position. And then we're gonna do ray direction times shadow ray underscore length. So basically our shadow ray length. And then we're gonna put it under. Then we're gonna put our params for v1. So basically, so it can't see our character. So basically, the same thing that we did for our shadow ray, we're doing it for our mouse. We just changed the position to our mouse position. And now what we're gonna do for our character ray, we're getting this ray because we want to pass it to the server so we can position our effect nicely so it's actually on the ground. And it looks good and it feels better. So we're gonna make another ray from our human root part position. And then we're gonna make a ray going downwards, and then we're gonna just make a params again back to blacklist our character because we don't want to detect our character. And now what we're gonna do here, we're basically gonna be doing if not shadow ray, if not mouse ray, or not character ray, then return N. So basically, we want to make sure that we have all three of these rays detected at one time, so every single one of these are working, and not if one of them are not working, the whole code will not work. That's how you know it's gonna be really optimized. And then inside this line, we said if not shadow ray dot position minus check mouse ray dot position dot magnitude is less than or equal to max mouse distance, and then return N. So what it's doing here is basically gonna help us figure out how far our mouse is from us, so we can't teleport like 1,000 studs away from us because there's a shadow. We're gonna make sure we can limit that. If you want to change that, you can just change this max mouse distance right here. And then what we're gonna do here, we're gonna return character ray dot position, and we're gonna return the mouse dot hit dot position. So we can so now we're gonna take it to the server, and now we're gonna do script dot parent dot activate. So now we're gonna activate our tool. Now we're gonna connect function, and now we're gonna make our function. So check ray is gonna be equal to raid. And now we're gonna do if not raid, then return N. So if this doesn't pass, if this does not pass, it's just gonna stop here. So basically, if this is equal to false, it's gonna stop. So now we're gonna do shadow event fire server unpack raid. So basically, unpack is basically gonna take it's gonna remove the table. So pretend that these tables are just not here. Now we're just gonna have the what is it called, the character ray dot position, and we're gonna have the mouse dot hit dot position now, and they're not gonna be inside of a table. So it's like that. So if you guys understand, it's pretty straightforward. So I hope you guys really get it. But if you don't, I'll make sure I put some stuff in the description so you understand what I'm talking about. So let's get to the server script real quick now. So now we're gonna have our cooldown, and we're gonna get replicate storage, and we're gonna get our tween service. We're gonna get RST, and RST is gonna be equal to our remote event. We're gonna get debounce, and now we're gonna make a local function called speed. And inside of here, we're gonna we're using this so we can use less lines. So we're gonna use speed. We're gonna fire character speed, jump, and is stuck. So basically, we're gonna just change the speed, the jump, and their jump power, and their is stuck. It's really straightforward. Then we're gonna do local function. Then we're gonna do local function, shadow function. So basically, we're gonna be firing the main on server event. So now we're gonna fire player, character ray. So the character ray position is right here, and the mouse ray position. Now we're just gonna debounce. Now we're just gonna check if it's working. So we're gonna make sure that it's optimized and make sure that it doesn't just run like automatically. So we're gonna make sure that it's not character ray or not mouse ray, and then return N. Then we're gonna set our debounce, and then we're gonna set our debounce equal to true. So now we're putting the player inside of the debounce. And now we're gonna make our local trash table. So basically, where we're gonna be keeping all the effects, so we can just throw it away later. Then we're gonna get local player.character, and then we're gonna get our tween. So for these tweens, we're gonna have tween 1. Then we're gonna do tween service create character.humanoid root part. This is what we're gonna be tweening. And then you can do whatever you want for the info, but just make sure your time is kind of like this. You can have 1 and 0.5, but make sure these two times don't go far away from each other. But you can do whatever you want for the enum style. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it kind of does, but honestly, it really doesn't matter. Just make sure you don't go all out and just make these times really long. It just won't make the code work any more efficient. And then after that, what you're gonna do here is inside this table here, you're gonna do position equals character ray minus vector3.new. Then we're gonna put 0, 1, 0. So basically, it's gonna go down 1 by 1 stud. So basically, we're gonna get the character's position, and we're gonna get the character's position, and we're gonna be positioning the human root part to this position right here. So basically, the character ray is gonna be 1 stud. We're gonna be 1 stud under the character ray. Yeah, that's much better. And basically, we're gonna be doing the same thing here. Everything's just the same here until we get to this table here. What we're gonna be doing here, we're gonna be doing position equals mouse ray plus vector3.new, and we're gonna be doing it 2 studs up. what we're going to be doing here, we're going to be positioning ourselves to the, we're going to be tweening ourselves to the mouse ray. So when we make it to that position, we're going to tween ourselves to come up, so the move looks kind of nicer. And then we're going to set our speed, and then we're going to use our speed function so we can set our character 00 true, make sure that everything's working, just so they can't run while they're doing this. And then we're going to position the player, so like if the player runs like kind of like a little bit too fast, we can just position them so like the move works fine and everything is like in place. Then we're going to loop 2 times through this. We're going to clone our effect, and we're going to loop through it 2 times so we can parent it to this the trash table so we can use it twice. And then we're going to position it accordingly. So we're going to do character ray is going to be equal to trash1.position, and then trash2.position is going to be equal to mouse ray. And then we're going to play our first tween. Then we're going to do tween1.completed connect function. And then in this function, all we're going to do here, we're going to be positioning the human root part to the mouse ray minus vector3.new 0, 1, 0. So we're going to be 1 step under the mouse ray. So we're going to be 1 step under the mouse position. Yeah, the mouse's position, not the mouse's ray, but the position. And then we're going to play the tween 2 after this is completed, after the tween 1 is completed. And then after tween 1 is completed, we're going to do tween 2.completed. So after this is completed, we're going to loop through this, and we're going to destroy every single item inside the table. And then we're going to set it equal to nil, because if we don't set it equal to nil, if we run the script again, we're going to get an error. We're going to get not an error, but we're gonna get stuff looking weird, like the effect won't position right, and we don't want that. And we're gonna have speed, and then we're gonna put our character's speed and their jump power back to normal, and we're gonna put anchored back. Then we're gonna put the character's human root part back to false, anchored back to false, so that they can actually move again. Then we're gonna do task.wait. So basically, if you don't know what task.wait is, I'll put it in the description. It's a new it's basically something new that Roblox added. Is like it's like a better way, it's better threads. That's how I want to say it. And then our cooldown we have here is 3. You can change it however you want to. Then we're going to set dmouse play equal to nil, so we can keep running this over and over again. We can get new results. And then all we're going to do here is rst.onSer event connect function shadow function. And that's basically all we're going to be doing for this video. If you guys really enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below, you know what I'm saying? I really put a lot of work into these videos. Me and my man Striker, we worked really hard for you guys. We're going to try to be consistent with these videos, so if you like the video, like it up. Thank you. I really appreciate it.